Gather round, everybody, and welcome to No Bones Fight Talk. Our guest today is a fighter that has had aspirations to be a bare knuckle fighter for quite some time, and then on December the 13th next month, she gets to make that dream a reality as she makes a walk and toes the line in Derby, making her BKFC debut up against Terry Diamond. Welcome to the podcast. How are we doing, Meghan O'Neill?
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely no problem. Thank you for making time to chat to us a little bit today. And yeah, Chris, do you want to fire away?
Yeah,
Let's
so
get
Meghan,
into it. Let's go.
thanks for joining us. You've had an hectic last 24 hours. We're doing media stuff, pretty much, did you say 3 cities, flying all over the place? If you're going to, first of all, do you enjoy all the media stuff? And secondly, can you just run us through it? What have you been up to for the last 24 hours?
Well, actually, the last 24 hours have been at home. The
Oh,
craziness is Saturday. Saturday's going to be the media day. And I love it. Do you know what? I've been doing it now I do media. I've been doing media now for a long time. So talking, meeting and greeting, doing shit on camera is my forte. So I'm very comfortable going all around the world and doing what I need to do and talking to people and doing media days. And I love it. I do. I love it. I love getting content and then uploading the content and seeing what the content's all about. That's where it's at now. It's all social media. It's all content. It's not, you know, life is different now. Everything's media. Everything has to be not scripted, because mine's is certainly not scripted, but everything has to be organized. You have to go, right, I'm gonna go and meet Terry and I'm gonna do this with her. So yeah, I'm gonna go and see her on Saturday, have the media day with her, which is gonna be fun. We'll see how she feels about meeting me in person.
yeah, my bad. Then I got my wires crossed there, then, didn't I? So yeah,
You're all right. You're fine.
it's not been a great start, has it? This one.
We fucked already. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is going to be a bit of a madness when you meet up with Terry. She's had a few choice words to say about you across social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most notably saying that she's going to take you out in round number 1. How do you think that's going to go? And do you think she's talking out of,
Yeah, do you know what? I understand the confidence in Terry's side. Don't get me wrong. I mean, she was 5-0. She lost her last bout. Do you know what? I understand the confidence, because when you look at my record, I'm 1-1. My first fight, I think I had 4 weeks notice. I had 4 weeks training. I'd never done boxing training before in my life. Just grew up a scrapper and was like, fuck it, I'll jump into the ring, no problem. That's not how boxing goes. So I was up against a girl 2 stone heavier than me, and I lost the fight. There's no shame there. It happened. Went on
2 stone's a big weight difference, isn't it,
It's a
Meghan?
big weight difference, and I didn't know at the start. I didn't really know what everybody kept saying to me, like, that's wild, that shouldn't be happening. And I was like, fuck it, I don't care. As I say, like, I grew up fighting, so I was very much like, fuck it, I'll get into the ring with anybody. So whenever I lost the fight, I kind of come back and reevaluated it and was like, maybe that was a bit extreme. So went and done my second fight against a girl my weight. And I mean, it lasted 30 seconds to a minute. The first round, I'm very aggressive, very strong, powerlifting champion. I've been an athlete my whole life. So I understand, looking at my boxing record, why Terry would feel so confident. But she's almost delusional. I've heard from quite a few people that know her that, she's a good boxer. I'm not going to take that away from her. I picked her for BKFC. I went and watched her live, and I thought to myself, like, she's as shit as me. No, she's not. She's better than me. She's a better boxer than me, but she's good enough that if we went to bare knuckle, I'm taking her. So as I said, I can understand her confidence, but she is delusional. She thinks she's going to take me out in 1 round. That is fucking manic. That is just mental to me. I have fought men. I've literally fought men a lot bigger than Terry, and I've come out fine. I've I've had quite a substantial amount of injuries, I should say, growing up. I'm very tough, and I think that's what sort of Terry's overlooking. And as I was saying, sorry, that I've heard from quite a few people that whilst Terry is a good boxer, if it was boxing, it would be close. I would say Terry would probably toe the line with me. She'd probably beat me boxing. She's a better skill set than me, definitely. There's no two ways about that. I don't have the boxing skill set, but bare knuckle's not about boxing.
What do you
It's about
think it is
character.
that separates you from her in a bare knuckle scenario then rather than boxing? Because obviously, where you're talking, you can see that you're confident yourself, saying that Terry's a bit delusional about it and stuff like that. So where do you think the different lies from the boxing ring to the BKFC ring?
Character. Absolutely character. It comes down to who's more resilient, who's stronger, who has the mentality for bare knuckle. I'm not saying that Terry's gonna be. She's definitely gonna be a tough opponent, but I've heard from quite a few people that know both me and her that her mentality is not like mine. I mean, I've literally, I'm writing a book on mental resilience. You don't get tougher than me. I will face anything head on, whether that be mental or physical. Does not bother me. I mean, I've pushed 2 babies out within 15 minutes. Pain, no problem.
I
Absolutely
hear
no
that's
problem.
quite painful, but obviously I ain't gone through it myself.
Yes, that's the sort of thing you're ever gonna do. I've took quite a few punches to the face my whole life. You know, it's gonna be nothing out of the ordinary to me. It's gonna be different because it's in a ring, it's set up. And I think there is for both me and Terry, it's both of our debuts, and that's the why I wanted to pick her, because it was very much I don't want to go in with somebody that's already been in the ring and knows what to expect. I think 2 newbies is, you know, sort of perfect. She's small like me, now she still has to come down weight and I'm going up. But there will be a point, don't get me wrong, and I know that it's going to come. I don't know if Terry's thought about this, but there will be a point in that ring where we both go, holy fuck, this is real. You know, it's okay getting hit with a glove, but when you're fucking pissing blood, it's a different matter altogether.
Takes a one shot, man. It just takes a one shot.
That's it, yeah. So I think that Terry's massively underestimating me in terms of, you know, she'll never put me away. She'll never fucking put me away. There's no girl my size that could put me away. If a girl 2 stone heavier didn't even mark me, and she was punching the fucking head of me, and I didn't know what to do, so I had my gloves down, I was just taking them. If she didn't hurt me, there's no fucking girl my size gonna hurt me. Absolutely not.
Do you think that she's took it personal then, that you've actually caught, that you've identified her as an opponent?
Massively. I mean, Terry is really, she's been clambering the whole time. We've known for a long time that this is happening. I went to her management and said, I want her. I want her for my bare knuckle debut. That's why she's on BKFC. She fucking hates that because she knows I'm the reason she's there. And she fucking hates that. She gets so pissed off about it. So yeah, I think she took it quite personal. You know, for me, it's I don't care who I'm fighting. You mean nothing to me. As soon as I win this fight, I will never think of Terry Diamond again. I don't pick her apart in terms of how she looks or anything personal because I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to do that. I can do things with decorum. I can do them with class. I can build a fight properly. I'm a professional at doing so. I'm a professional in capacity of every career that I have. Terry's not that. Terry's I was going to say younger. She's not. She's old as fuck. She's just a nobody from Liverpool, and you know I always say go back to your village halls after this because that's where you'll be going. She's not marketable. You know, she's a good ticket seller. That's what she's got going for. She's a good boxer, but she'll be a nobody after this the way she's a nobody now, and she can thank me for having the platform with me. I'm embarrassed to share the platform with somebody such a fucking degenerate. The way she speaks about women and the way she speaks about, you know, just topics. When I was trying to say to her, you know, Terry, there's certain things you can't say online. She just kept calling me a scruffy bum, spelling the words wrong. I was like, seriously, is this your education level? You know, is this your intellect? I hate it. You know, there's different levels of class of people, and Terry's just beneath me. So, yeah.
Fair enough. And you touched on there the fact that she's another debutant. Obviously, you are making your debut yourself. Do you think that sort of mentally equals it out a bit if it was someone that had a bit more experience for your debut? I'm not saying that you want to avoid people who've got more experience going forward, but for your debut, was that something that you were looking at in particular? Someone else that's making a debut as well, so there's no surprise aspect to that.
Yeah, I mean, in my first fight, I gave away a lot in terms of height and weight, and I always said I would never do that again. And for this fight, I wanted somebody that was going to do their debut so that I could feel even par on par with them. I don't want to give anything away before I've went through that. I've done the whole fighting fucking 2 stone heavier. You know, when we weighed in that day, 48 to 63 kilo, that was the difference. You know, it was madness. And I always said, like, I would never give anything away again. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it even. And I have a very good team behind me, so they wouldn't have let me go into my bare knuckle debut. Only having 2 boxing fights, they wouldn't have let me go into my bare knuckle debut with somebody really experienced. They just wouldn't.
Well, yeah, we know what fighters are like. Fighters will say yes to anybody and get in there. Well, most will. So you need people around you to look after you and to put a block on that if needs be, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
forgive
my
me,
problem. Like,
Megan.
I'll
Forgive
fight
me.
anyone.
Yes, apologies. Forgive me. What about your second fight that you had then?
So it will last a minute.
The first one was Misfits.
No,
What
the
about
first
this?
one was it was UCC in Ireland.
Oh, okay. So yeah, apologies.
And then the second one was in London. It was a wee girl. Oh fuck, her name is Daisy. Lovely wee girl. It lasted. I mean, in 30 seconds there was a count, and then another 30 seconds there was another count, and that was it, done over in one round. No, I've always said this. No girl my size will go the length with me. This fight's not going to go the length. Whether it's me gets fucked up or Terry gets fucked up, we are getting in there for blood.
But both of these have been in like within the last year.
So the first one was last June, and
Yeah.
then this one was this year. So this was May this year. So it took me almost a year to get back into the ring.
Okay.
After that loss, I really fucking suffered mentally because I'd never lost anything in my life, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" It was awful. But yeah, it took me a year to get back in the ring, but I got back into the ring. I was surprised that I did, but I mentally overcame it and was like, fuck this, I'm getting back in, now I'm doing bare knuckle. But it was always bare knuckle for me. I'm a
What,
vicious, violent little
even
dick.
yeah, even before you'd had any fights at all. I don't mean
Yeah.
out of the ring, but I mean as you've been training, it was
Yeah.
always bare knuckle from.
Yeah.
When did you first fall for that, for the bare knuckle game?
Even before I've done my first fight. So whenever I agreed to my first fight, I had 4 weeks training. And I said, I'm only doing this, I want to do bare knuckle. Like, I hate it. See, when I put on gloves straight away, I fought all my life. I fought on the street all of my life up until I was 18, 19. And then I stopped, turned to Buddhism, like all like really peace and love. Like, this is why yin yang's my thing, because I'm like a beautiful mix of dark and light. So I scrapped all my life in the street with my hands, bare knuckles. When I put on gloves to go into a boxing ring, I felt disabled. I was like, these completely disable me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, these are massive. I hate them. I hate getting hit with a glove. I would rather get hit with a bare knuckle. I absolutely hate the glove. I hate when it thuds your head and the whole head shakes, and I hate it. I would rather get split open than have to feel that brain damage.
Obviously, you've been to the last few events. We've also been there as well, to the last couple of events in Manchester and in Rome. Did that whet your appetite for what might happen in Derby next month for yourself? Are you getting excited for that? Are you looking forward to that ring walk? Have you got, I know you've got your nickname there in The Witch, if you want to tell us a little bit about that, and have you got some music ready to go? What's going to get you pumped up?
Oh, I am the show person. Like, I'm not just, you know, the way people just rock up and just, they're so nonchalant and they get into the ring and they do their thing. No, that's not me. I am glitz and glamour. I've been texting Andrew Beckwell being like, can I do a catwalk? Can I wear like, I was watching Victoria's Secrets, their catwalk. I was like, can I wear something like this and then change at the ring? And he's like, no, Megan, you can't because you don't have time. So I have a lot. I have my music picked. It's going to be a showcase. It's very showmanship, and I think that's what people just expect me to be. I think people just think that that's all it's going to be. But no, I'm bringing a good skill set to bare knuckle. And as for your other question, when I went to Manchester, I had no idea what to expect. I'd never watched bare knuckle. I'd already signed up for the fight, and I'd never watched bare knuckle before. So that was extreme. You know, I was sitting, Connor was here, Andrew was here. The ring was literally here. Like, I could taste their blood. I was like, and I looked at Andrew and was like, this is fucking brutal. And he was like, yeah. Like, it's brutal. Like, you could hear the cracks and the fucking bones. And
crazy, isn't it? Because obviously we're in the media area, which is also and the, like you say, the cracks, the hits, the everything. You're so close up. It's incredible.
So I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, holy fuck. And then I went to Rome, so obviously left, was absolutely mesmerised with the whole experience, was like, I can't wait to do it. I was a little bit, Manchester kind of gave me like the jitters a little bit. I was like, fucking hell, like this is insane. When I went to Rome, I just felt completely at home. I'd seen it for the second time, and I was like, if I can visualize it, I'm fine. So I was there, obviously seen it. It was like, I feel so at home here. I feel like the ring is just where I'm meant to be. So especially that circle, I was like, this is for me. And when I went to Rome, speaking to everybody and just seeing how excited everybody was for me as well to do my debut, the support and stuff, I was like, I fucking love this. Like the vibe and that environment, like you know yourselves, you've been there, like you can't explain it to people that haven't been there. It's just fucking intense.
The energy as well, you can feel the energy, can't you? Through,
Incredible.
flying through the place. That's
Amazing.
like, to be fair as well, you chose one hell of an event in Manchester for that to be your first event. I mean, wow. Everything about that was amazing. It was an incredible night.
Yeah, it was a really good night. Andrew Beckwell put on a really, really good show. And this one will be no different. This will be incredible too. This will be good.
Yeah, it keeps growing and growing, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
Manchester show's biggest one they've done in UK, and I know they've got plans for bigger and better shows as well as it keeps growing, and we keep getting more fighters in there and bigger names in there. It's on an upward trajectory, and it's not looking
It is, yeah.
If I can just touch on, Megan, what your training.
Yeah.
How much would you say you've improved since when you first put those gloves on? What, 18 months or so ago? And what's your training actually like now? Is it an everyday thing, or can you run us through that? I mean, what does a day in your life look like on a training sense?
So I don't like to give too much away about how much I train. I like to be underestimated, but let's just say I have, even from my last show, my last fight, I look at it and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Even the guard is different, everything's different, but I have been training for bare knuckle since September, September time. I started training for, but I haven't stopped training this year. I'm very, very fit, but I would train 5 days a week regardless. I just don't put it on the socials. And I've started training now, and I've started conditioning my hands from August. I'm ready to go. Like there's nothing, and a lot of people have been helping me as well. A lot of bare knuckle people have been helping me condition my hands. At the start when I was going bare knuckle, I used to always train bare knuckle anyway. Even when I was boxing, I done bag work bare knuckle, and my coach would go fucking nuts. He'd be like, "You stop doing that," and then I changed coaches, and it's fine now. I have a new coach, absolutely incredible. He's like he's not a boxing coach. He is like a full fighters coach. I always call him a fighters coach. He has bare knuckle guys, MMA guys, boxers. He's them all.
Do you not take so much damage to your hands and wrists when you're hitting the bag bare knuckle all the time? Is it?
Well, I mean, you can see that they're bruised. They used to bleed, so I've toughened the skin now to the point where they no longer bleed. I remember when I first started punching the bag, blood was everywhere. They were just cutting. And again, I am fucking psychotic and demented. So I was like, I'm just going to keep going. I was like, I don't care. Like, as soon as I seen the blood, I loved it. I was like, let's just keep fucking going. And now it's got to the point where in my training, it's got to the level of when I'm in the trenches, like I start laughing. Like, I love it. I'm like, yeah, like everything's pumped. I'm fucking can't breathe. My back's sore. Like I'm fucking dying. Like today I was death by assault bike, and I was like, my last round, I was laughing. I was like, I fucking love this. Like there's something fucking seriously sick in my head where I was like, as soon as I break, whenever you're training, it kind of gets to that sloggy bit, and you're like, fucking hell. As soon as I break that wall, boom, I am alive. Like the ADHD's just like, let's fucking go. But I have a very fucking tough mindset, so nothing can break me.
I'm sure that'll be appreciated by all BKFC and the fans there. If you've got somebody, like you say, fucking psychotic in there, bleeding like fuck, and laughing and screaming their head off. It makes great.
Yeah, I'll be talking to her and all in the ring. Like I'll be talking to her and all in the ring. Like I'll be laughing at her. Like I'd be fucking egging her on. Like I'm a real fucking show person, and I'm a cunt as well. So I'd be like, come on, you little bitch, fucking come here. She doesn't fucking have a clue what she's in for. I don't know what she thinks, to be honest. I know she thinks she's put my way in one round, which is hilarious. I'd take her fucking punches all day. I'd eat them for breakfast. Stupid bitch.
But like you say, you like to be underestimated. It sounds like that's what she's doing. So you can bring it and prove her wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to see the skill set I'm actually going to bring, because I don't take a lot serious. And even at the weigh-ins and the, you know, the face-off and all, and even the fucking ring walk, I'll take nothing serious. I'll be laughing in there. But at the same time, I will be putting on a fucking really good show. And that's one thing my coach is really, he's really excited for, because he's seen how much I've improved. And he's like, you know, people really don't know what's coming here. They think you're a fucking idiot. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I can't wait to show them what I'm all about. And the
To be honest,
mindset.
I'm looking forward to all the build-up, you know. I mean, this one sticks out. Obviously, there's a bit of a bad blood between you two guys. I mean, the build-up, the weighing, I mean, I cannot wait for it, to be honest with you. And
I
obviously
can't
the
wait.
fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna see her on Saturday now, and we're gonna do a face-off. We're gonna do a sit-down interview. I organised it. I wanted to do it with her, and she's agreed. So I'm really excited to see what shit comes out of her mouth.
Lovely. Well, tell us a bit about what's built you into this character then, Meghan. As you say, you I'm choosing your words here, you're demented as fuck and your madness and stuff like that. Obviously, growing up in Northern Ireland back in the 90s or whatever, is that what's toughened you up? Is that what made you a scrapper, as you've said? And is that what ultimately has made you want to go pro and get stuck in this bare knuckle game?
So my daddy, I always talk about my daddy. He's from Belfast. He grew up during the Troubles, and he's a very tough character. You know, his nickname's Hand Grenade. He's nuts. Woo, flies off the handle. Both my side, my mum and dad's side, are quite they're quite snobby and they're quite posh, but my mum's side isn't. My dad's side is quite snobby and quite posh. And I'm from actually quite a snobby and quite posh family, which is hilarious. They're disgusted in the whole bare knuckle thing. They're just disgusted that I want to do it. But they won't even talk about
Bet you
it.
like that though, don't you?
I love it. I love it. But they support me. They just don't want to hear anything about it. But growing up, I had bigger brothers. I was always very boisterous out there. I used to fight like fuck. I loved it. I just loved fighting with boys all the time. Me and my brother, we were at each other's throats fighting like fuck. You know, like not like sibling rivalry. I mean like bad. I had quite a hectic upbringing. You know, he turned to drugs. So I witnessed that from a very young age, and then he was murdered. So I went through all of that. You know, everything. Sorry, excuse me. Everything in life that a person can go through, I say that I've went through. Everything you can fucking think of has happened to me. I've been stabbed. I've had my nose broke 4 times. I've been bottled. I've had my ribs broke, all by men. So this is why I'm like, yeah. And do you know what? It didn't even fucking faze me. That's the worrying thing about it. I don't know. I just grew up with a really fucking mental mentality. But I was headed down a very dark path, and you know, I would have went to jail. And if I didn't have my kids, I would have went to jail. You know, I always said they saved my life because I was too mental. And I didn't ever do anything. I used to find everything so funny. You know, like I would fight with somebody and be laughing. Like as I said, like nothing fucking fazed me. I'd be like, this is hilarious. Like nothing was a problem. I have no problem with confrontation. Just always been very confident. Very fucking scrappy. You know, I've never got beat up once in my life. You know, I was very young at the stage. I think I was only about 10. It's the only time I've ever been beat up. Other than by boys. But yeah, and then I'm trying to think of who I am. Whenever people ask you this question, you're like, who are you at your core? I'm writing a book on mental resilience. I'm writing a book on my life. It's been very, very colourful. I've had a lot to deal with. And I think
from what you've just told us there, it seems that you're well positioned to write a book on resilience about it from some of the stuff that you've just gone through there in that 1 minute. You know,
yeah, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. That's only the sort of main points that I'm probably forgetting loads. I've seen a lot. I grew up with a lot, and from a very young age, I've just stood on my own 2 feet. And then I had kids, and I raised them on my own. And I think being a mum on your own is one of the strongest things you'll ever do. So if you can do that, you can do anything. And my kids are my driving force. So I'll do everything for them. And I think that being a mother is such a powerful statement. You know, the love that you have for your kids, it drives me. So, you know, that's another thing. You know, in that ring, you're not gonna fucking take anything away from me, because then you're taking from my kids. And if I think for 1 fucking second that that's happening, I'd kill people. There's no problem.
motivation right there, isn't it? You know, it's
Yeah.
I mean, we've both got children as well, and it changes you, doesn't it, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
it
young,
does.
you're a bit reckless and stuff like that. Listen, I'm not comparing my life to yours because it ain't comparable from what I've just did there. But you know, you're young, restless. You go out, you do stupid shit. Then you have them kids, and it sort of pulls everything, and it gives you a focus, and it gives you a meaning and things like that. And you know, it makes you a better
Perspective.
person. You know,
It
and
does.
without doubt. And yeah, it looks like you've channeled that in the right way, and you're using it to make your way to realize your dreams of what you've always wanted to do, which I can commend you for that.
Yeah, they saved my life, and then I switched to Buddhism. Well, I actually switched to Buddhism just before I had them, and that also saved my life. You know, I went down because I was very violent. I went down the path of you know, being completely loving and kindness and compassion, and I went on this real spiritual healing journey. Um, and when I started boxing, I cried every time I sparred. So I would cry every time I hit somebody. It was such a struggle for me mentally to overcome hitting people again because I'd went so many years not hitting people, and I didn't ever want to go back there. So bare knuckle for me is a lot more, it's about channeling that sort of inner psycho, that inner fucking darkness, that inner everything that I've suppressed for years will come out in that ring, and that's quite scary for my opponent
I
because
guess
she has,
it's like becoming a different person, innit? You can
yeah,
separate the two. You can be Megan at home, and then you can be Megan the witch, and you separate them two personalities and leave it in the ring. You
yeah,
walk away with somebody completely different. I suppose that's part of the battle is to separate them two characters.
yeah. But I do that in my job anyway. You know, obviously I am in the adult industry, so I'm very good at sort of separating all these different sort of parts of my personality anyway. So I'll be able to go into that ring and do what I need to do and leave. It's the same way I'll be able to build the fight and not actually ever, you know, Terry doesn't come into my head other than when I have to talk to her on social media or, you know, build the fight or talk about her. Or somebody sends me some of her bullshit that she's put online. That's the only time. Whereas I know I'm living in her head rent free. I mean, we all know psychology. I don't know what that means, but we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Can
She's
I ask you,
brilliant.
Megan? So, have you actually got a long-term plan now, or do you plan that far ahead? Obviously, you've got your BKFC debut in a few weeks. You've got other business interests. Is it right you want to open your women's only gym back up again, or start? You've got like
Nah, I don't know about the women's only gym. I mean, I sold my gym to go into the adult industry, so that's where I am full time. Now at the minute, obviously, I'm not shooting because I'm doing bare knuckle. I have ADHD. I mean, I only think about next week. I don't think about too far ahead. I'm writing a book. Obviously, I'm doing my degree in philosophy and psychology. I want to do my PhD once that's finished. I go to different universities and do talks, and I do debates and stuff as well. So, like, I have my eggs in a lot of baskets.
yeah,
My long term is to create a legacy, you know, fighting wise. I probably, bare knuckles not the sort of thing you can be that active in anyway. You know,
Yeah.
finding girls my size to begin with is a nightmare.
difficult. Yeah,
And there's a
So
lot of recovery time as well in there after a
yeah,
fight as well. Yeah.
yeah. So it's, you know, and then obviously I have to be pretty and shit in between times. And so once this fight's over, I'll take a month off, not training, but off work,
or
back to work.
reevaluate.
Not reevaluate. No, I know where I'm going. I'm going to the top. I'll be in America. I'll be in America with BKFC. Like, I will be BKFC's next big thing. I know that. That's no problem. Whether it's off the back of a loss or a win, I know where I'm going. You know, I'm going to be BKFC's next thing when it comes to the women's side of things. Obviously, I can't fight them all because they're all a lot bigger than me. But, you know, any girl my size wants to come in and join the fucking team, then let's go. But yeah, I know that I can be marketable and go to the top of BKFC.
Well,
We
it's
know we.
definitely it's definitely one area they need to improve on the BKFC. They need to bring more girls in, more weights.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why I'm gonna walk in and fucking completely fuck shit up. Like, what's coming at the weigh-ins and the face off and stuff will be lasting memories for people. It'll be on people's minds.
We know that you're big into manifestation and things like that. We've heard you say things about that before. So is that something that you've thought about doing? Is are you manifesting getting into US and to getting into big stage on BKFC? And if so, where are you manifesting yourself to be in 12 months time? When do you picture yourself raising that belt?
The next couple of fights, I would say I'll get there pretty quick. I mean, there's been even this far in my career, you know, there's been so many people that have put belts on the line just for me to walk in and take them, and I haven't took the fights. People want to see me win. People know what I bring to the table. People know what Meghan O'Neill the brand is. You know, I had a massive following on socials. I got them all deleted. Ugh. But we'll build that again. I'm quite famous where I'm from, so people know that. People want to see me go to the top, and I don't even know if they want to see me win. They want to see me get beat up anyway. It's either one or the other. They want to see me win, or they want to see me get beat up. So the next 12 months,
undoubtedly a recipe for success, though, Megan. Isn't it?
exactly.
People either want to see you win or to see you get.
Regardless, they're
Look at Conor
watching.
McGregor himself. He's literally that guy himself, and he's got a bunch
Yeah.
of fans that want to see him win, and he's got a bunch of people that hate him that want to see his ass handed on a
They're
plate.
still watching.
Either way, it brings in the numbers, man. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You think you're going to bring that kind of energy to BKFC women's game as well?
Do you know what? I was called the female Conor McGregor when my first fight was announced and I started doing the build up. Everybody was like, "You're like the female Conor McGregor. So fucking mouthy, don't care, say what I want, get away with it. Nobody's gonna fucking say anything." I don't know, it's maybe an Irish thing. Irish are quite cheeky, Irish are quite ballsy. There's nobody quite like the Irish in terms of fighting as well. It's just fucking nuts. We just grew up fighting. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna walk in and I'll have a belt within the next 12 months. No fucking problem. No problem.
I
And
like
I'll
that.
create a belt. I'll create a
Yeah.
belt. There'll be the 105 belt and it'll be mine, and no cunt will take it off me until I have to be 60 and dying before some cunt will take it off me. And I can no longer move. Nobody will take it off me.
The Irish certainly have a great hack of predicting things as well, don't
Who does?
they? The Irish.
Oh, the Irish. Yeah, I thought you meant you did, and I was all about predicting that I'm gonna win. Yes. Yeah, I mean that's why they call me the witch. Listen, I have these fucking mad psychic abilities. Like I know shit I shouldn't know. And it's always been that way. I'm very spiritual, very fucking witchy woo. I always talk about like all the psychic gifts, and psychic's a very clickbaity word. It just you've gut feeling, intuition, that's all it is. I've always been that way. I've always been a fucking weirdo. I've always known things, got things from the other side, got messages, fucking got downloads of information. Remember my past lives, all that mad shit. My therapist is a shaman. We've journeyed together to like past life regressions, all that sort of shit. If I manifest something, it'll happen. I mean, I know where I'm going. I know what way this fight's going. I'm so fucking chilled out about it. I'm not chilled out about my training. My training's fucking top notch. But again, I just don't show what's on because I don't want to give anything away. I want her to walk into what she's not expecting.
Well, I'll ask you to give one thing away, Megan. When does this finish? What round does this finish in?
Third. Easy.
Third?
I'd say I'll get to the third round. If it gets to the third round, it'll end.
You want a battle, don't you? You don't want to take it out in first minute. You want a battle. You want some bruises. You want to get in there, and you want to feel it.
Yeah, like I've
You
never
want the
went
black
round.
eye.
I want my black eye. I want a black eye. I've never went by the second round in any fight. Like my last fight was 1 round. My first fight was 2 rounds. I want to get to at least the third round. I could take her out in the first 30 seconds, no fucking sweat. I'm not fucking in my head. I control the fight. You know, I'm walking in there. I'm controlling that fight. I'm comfortable in that ring. I don't give a fuck how many fights I've had outside the ring, inside the ring. That is my ring. I'm comfortable there. No fucking nobody is gonna fucking take that away from me. I will control the fight. If I want to put her out in 30 seconds, I'll fucking do it. If I don't, which I don't want to, I want the rounds to go. I want to go the rounds. I want to feel what my fitness is like as well. I want to experience that. I've never experienced it, so I want to experience it. But if she gets fucking cheeky, throws a slide egg here or there, she'll go out in the first, second round.
And you're going to tell her just before you do it as well, yeah?
Maybe. Just give her a wee wink.
Right, time's up, bitch. Here we go. Right, well, yeah, well, nice one. Obviously, we wish you all the best. Have you got anything you want to add, Chris, before we wind it up?
No, all the best. We look forward to seeing you live. Obviously, we're going to be there.
Yeah.
We can't wait for it. It's going to be a great show.
Hopefully, we'll catch you at the other side of a victory, and we'll have a little chat with you then, and you can tell us how you did it and prove yourself right that round 3 was the one that you won it in.
Yep, there we go. Everybody get your bets in round 3. I'll go no further than round 3.
Great. Well, Meghan, thank you very much for joining us. If we can just give a little shout out to our sponsors, which is Chris Wassell Roofing. Everybody who's out there, if you like and subscribe from us, obviously look up Meghan O'Neill as well, jump on her socials. And yeah, have a check out some of our previous videos. We've got an interview with Jimmy Sweeney coming out next week after his battle in Rome against Trinidad Snake. And then we've got a couple of recent ones we've done with Johnny Graham and also with Hayes the Huntsman. If you want to check them ones out, guys, it's all up there on the YouTube and things like that. Thanks again, Meghan. Thanks again, Chris, to everyone listening, watching. We appreciate it, and all the best for Derby, Meghan. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you in Derby.
See ya.